Now dear students, what I want to tell you is, I am going to give you just 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 maximum points that are going to summarize this entire chapter. It will tell you the head and tail of the chapter. It will tell you everything about the chapter, the characters, the main happening, everything that is relevant to the chapter. Each and every question can be answered through these salient features, the points that I am going to tell you. Welcome to the channel English Panacea. So today we are here with chapter 2 of class 10, that is from the book First Flight, the literature, lesson 2 of First Flight, and the lesson is quite important, that is Nelson Mandela, and it is a long walk to freedom. Here the word long walk refers to a very long tenure, a very long time. He kept on fighting for more than 3 decades, and then it was that he was able to wash out that apartheid regime. Got it? So I'll make it so simple for you that answering small questions or big questions would be quite simple for you. Now the first point that is very significant, it goes like this. He was a great hero who gave freedom to the blacks in South Africa, and thereafter it was 10th of May in 1994 when he was sworn in as the head of that country. But look at the modesty of the person. Before he got sworn in, there were 2 more people who, although remained as subordinates in the government, they were sworn in before Nelson Mandela. Now who were these 2 people? One of them was Mr. de Klerk. He was sworn in as the 2nd deputy president. Then Thabo Mbeki, he was sworn in as the 1st deputy president, and thereafter the 3rd one, he himself was sworn in. So this was the level of his modesty. He was so simple, so humble, and there was no match to his limit of tolerance. Now I'll go with some of the most important points that can be used to answer any question. Any means any question from your text or out of the text. And I'll try to simplify the language to such an extent that every student would be able to manage it. Now the first point is like this. The inauguration ceremony of the first non-racial government was held in the Union buildings in Pretoria. So this point is quite significant. Then the second point is, several means hundreds of politicians and dignitaries from more than 140 countries attended this particular ceremony. He was sworn in as the President of Republic of South Africa, and for decades it had been a seat for white supremacy. Now white supremacy here means the government run by the white people, means the Britishers. Got it? Now if there is any question, prior to Mandela, who was there? You will easily say the white people. White here refers to Britishers. For how long did they sustain over there? For 4 decades. Got it? Not even 4 decades, rather more than that. Now the blacks were considered as outlaws. What were they considered? They were considered as outlaws, means those who do not respect law or those who do not go with the law. This is how they termed them, means the white people termed the blacks in such a manner. Now their victory over apartheid was a common victory over injustice, or you can say it was a common victory for justice, for peace and freedom. Now Nelson Mandela was overwhelmed with a sense of history. The society based on racial discrimination was the harshest and the most inhuman society in the world. Now the next point is the decades of oppression and exploitation of the blacks produced several other heroes like Tombos, Sisulus and others in South Africa. Mandela learned the meaning of courage from such brave comrades who were ready to sacrifice their lives for the freedom of their people. Every man has twin responsibilities. This is what he said. Responsibility towards his family and for his people and country. Now it is a very significant question. What are the two main responsibilities of a person? So he has clearly spoken about it, that is responsibilities towards his family and for his people and country. You can also write the word society along with these two. These two means people and country. Now the next point is, if any black tried to live like a free human being, he was punished and isolated from his family and community. So when Mandela realized that not only he but his brothers and sisters were also deprived of freedom, then and there after the realization, he started on this long road to freedom. His sacrifices started from this particular point. Now his desire for the freedom and dignity of his people made him a rebel. This is what the Britishers called him, rebel. Otherwise, he was a true countryman, a person who served the community, the country, the society, and of course the entire humanity. Now the last point is, he realized that freedom is indivisible. It cannot be divided. It cannot be divided on any of the platforms based upon caste, color, creed, sex, anything. He wanted uniformity for one and all, not only for his countrymen but for the entire humanity.